Hi guys, welcome back. So we've got the teams for Wales versus South Africa, this fantastic matchup in the semi-final of the Rugby World Cup. A few injuries, a few changes, and we'll pick a combined 15 as well. But if you want to get any stash for Wales or South Africa, just remember I've got my 10% code there. Use the links below if you want to get 10% off at the England Rugby store. So Wales line up with Lee Halfpenny at fullback. Now what a really good replacement, if you like, for Liam Williams. Very experienced, excellent kicking game, really solid defensively, positionally, high ball, all of that. But he's not Liam Williams. And Liam Williams, I believe, is their best back. He's absolutely fantastic. He can score from anywhere. He can make breaks from anywhere. Halfpenny is good, but is he going to do that? I don't know. So I think it does weaken their team a bit. But then for South Africa, well, they've got Nkosi in instead of Colby. And again, Nkosi's very electric, very exciting, very raw, inexperienced, if you like. But he's not quite Colby. He's very good, but he's not quite Colby. So they'll be missing there a little bit. I think it's a slightly bigger loss for Wales, actually, just because Liam Williams, I believe, is their best back. And Wales have somewhat relied on individuals making excellent breaks, and he's one of those that can do that. Luckily, though, Jonathan Davis is fit, which is just huge. Hopefully he's fully fit, and hopefully Parks has overcome, he's niggling with his hand, etc. So they need Jonathan Davis and Parks to be right on top of their game. Parks wasn't looking so great last game. So they're going to need some players like North to step up, Adams to step up. Like I said, Gareth Davis making those breaks, getting those tries that they're going to need to beat this very powerful South African team. Looking at the Welsh front five, exactly the same. I thought Ball played quite well actually last game. Alan Wynne-Jones has been churning out solid performances as he always does. Now, in the back row, Moriarty's had to come in at 8 for Navidi. Again, it's a decent replacement. Moriarty's very physical, very strong. He will love this physical battle against the South Africans. So maybe a decent matchup. But then again, Navidi is absolute quality. I think, he's a starter all day long. So he can't be on the bench, of course. Now he's injured. So I think that's a big loss, actually. But we'll see how that goes. So pretty close to the full strength team for Wales. Couple of changes. Big loss there for Liam Williams. Okay, then on to South Africa. We've got, like I said, Nkosi on the wing, but then it's pretty much the same. We've got Leroux at fullback, who probably needs quite a big game, actually. He's been a little quiet. Deolande does his thing at 12. Mapimpi's been in great form. Pollard had a decent game last time out. De Klerk's probably yet to fire fully, but he's an absolute class act. Then the same front row, I thought we might see Marks come in there. We might see Kitsoff come in, but no, they're sticking with their starting team. Etzebeth, De Jager, Khaleesi, De Toy, Vermeulen. So all very, very similar. Got the big Snyman on the bench for sure. And they've gone for 6 forwards on the bench again. So that is important. Are South Africa going to try and steamroller Wales? Yes, they are, absolutely. Wales' is probably best part of their game has been their unbelievable defence and their doggedness. It's just going to be so tested in this game. It's going to be epic. This huge power of South Africa against this immense, unrelenting defence of Wales. Just brilliant. Who do you think is going to come out on top? Well, I'd kind of called it quite close, maybe edging towards South Africa. With Liam Williams being out, I think, it probably goes to me 55% to South Africa, possibly. 60-40, no less than that, 55%. But yeah, anyone's game, to be honest. Let's see who turns up with the big performances. Okay, let's go over a combined 15. So in the front row, I think I'm going to go for the 2 South African props, Masawarira and Malherbe. And at hooker, I'll probably go for Ken Owens. I'm a big Ken Owens fan. I think he's a absolutely class act. He's probably not going to make another World Cup, but he's been just playing so consistently well. And the South African props are just fearsome scrummagers, as are the Welsh. They've been very good as well, but I'll probably edge the South African scrum. Second row, well, it's going to be one of each, I think. Alan Wynne-Jones has to make it. Just so consistently good. Great leader. You could pick any of the South African second rows. I think they're all quite even in some ways. But let's go for Etzebeth, who is their talisman, as I've said before. So Alwyn Jones and Etzebeth. In the back row is very tricky. Wainwright has been unbelievable. I think he's just going to get better and better and better. You know, looking at South Africa, obviously Vermeulen I think has been amazing. Du Toit, it depends how you want to play. Du Toit, big Pieter-Steph du Toit. I think he'll go in for me, Steph du Toit, at 6, which is South Africa's 7. Tipperick has to go in, absolute class at 7. And out of the 8s, I think Vermeulen has just been quality, just really like a bit of a Rolls Royce in this World Cup. So he would be my 8. Half-back is tricky. I like Gareth Davis. I like de Klerk as well. But I think I'll go de Klerk. We haven't quite seen the best of him, but I think he's got absolute quality. He's got rocket heels, great kick. His defence is also immense for a little guy, just like a mini He-Man. Fly half, Bigger's done very well. Pollard's done well. I've seen a few more flashes of real brilliance from Pollard, like his break and pass on the move in the quarter-final, so I think I'll tip it to Pollard. At 12, like I've said, Parks hasn't been quite on top form. D'Orlande's done his stuff, run hard and straight, so I'll go D'Orlande. 13 would be Jonathan Davis all day, just a class act. Fullback would have been Liam Williams. Can't really give it to Halfpenny, haven't seen enough of him so far to give that to him, so Villy LaRue will go in at 15, and then one wing each. Mapimpi, I think he's been brilliant, fantastic finishes in this World Cup. Could go to either Adams or North. I'll go for North just because of experience and sheer power. That's my combined 15. Let me know how yours would change, and let me know what you think is going to happen in this game. It's going to be an absolute barnstormer, and until next time, I will see you then.